Hello everyone and welcome to our chapter 10 video lecture. As always, we're going to begin making sure that we have the correct figures at the beginning of this chapter. So beginning on page 499 and 500, there are some reports that give us figures showing what our balances should be at the beginning of chapter 10. I'm going to go to page 501. Let's run a trial balance report as 228. So we'll do a trial balance report. And again, we'll run the trial balance report as of 228. That was the last month that we prepared transactions for. And you can compare your trial balance to the one shown on page 501. The total for your debit and credit column should equal $90,846.35. Okay, so we're going to begin with the March source documents beginning on page 502. Again, the March source documents beginning on page 502. And our first source document is going to be a payment is going to receive from a customer, eBiz. So again, we have different options. I'll go to my customers again. And when I look at my different customers, such as eBill, I'll click on receive payment. The payment date is March the 6th. So put in the correct payment date has been March the 6th. The amount received is 180. There's a checkboard in front of invoice 1049. The client paid us by check. Their check number as a reference number is 10392. Okay? And that's going to be the first payment we're going to receive. So let's go ahead and click on the Save and Close button. Again, save and close. Now there's other payments that came in via credit card, and we're going to go right to page 504 to do some actual sales receipts. And again, these were payment made via credit card. So I'll click on the plus new button, go to the sales receipts. These are going to be credit sales. Our first sales date would be March the 6th. Receipt number 1058. This customer paid us by credit card. They used an American Express credit card. The product is going to be the data storage. Quantity is going to be 15. The next item will be computer. That quantity is going to be 1. So the total sales receipt amount, including sales tax, should be $1,538.45. So we'll click on Save and New to record our next sales transaction. So the next sales transaction is also a credit sale. Sales receipt is 1059. This customer paid by MasterCard. Okay. The product or service is going to be the network products. The quantity is going to be 5. Next up, you have the web server. And that quantity is going to be 3. And our last item will be the webinar. And that quantity is going to be 1. So the total sales receipt amount, including taxes, $1,633.94. So we'll click on Save and New for our next transaction on page 506. Again, credit sales receipt would be 1060. This client is using a Visa credit card. Product and service will be computer. Quantity is going to be 1. The next item will be the data storage. That quantity is going to be 5. Total invoice amount after sales tax, $1,220.15. That's going to conclude our early on sales transaction. I'll click on the Save and Close button. We're now going to enter some bills beginning on page 507. So I go to my Expenses tab, click on Bills. Under the Add Bill tab, I'll click on Create Bill. And again, we're on page 507. So the vendor is going to be Clouds Channel. The date is going to be March the 7th. The bill number is CZ459. The product will be web server. The quantity will be 5. So the information is there from our previous transaction. And that total invoice or bill amount should be $1,000. So we'll go ahead and click on the Save and Close button. And now we're going right back to our sales screen on page 508. We're going to now do a sales invoice. So I'll click on Plus New and choose Invoice. The customer is going to be eBiz. Invoice number 1061. Invoice date should be March the 8th. The product would be the data storage. The quantity is going to be 9 for a total invoice amount of $270. It looks like now we're going to make some payments. I want to click on my Save and Close button. And we're now going to pay some vendors beginning on page 509. So I'll go to my expenses again. And this time we're on a new transaction. Click on check. So for our first payment, it is going to the Ample Store Inc. So your payee will be the Ample Store Inc. Payment date will be March the 8th. Selected bill AS41 for $300. Check number is 1100. You selected the correct bill to pay. We're going to pay one more bill. So click on the Save and New button. For our next payment, it's going to Clouds Channel. as your payee. Check number 1101. Payment date would be March the 8th. Selected bill CZ403, $4,000. And that's going to be our last payment for right now. Make sure that that bill has been selected. So now I'm going to click on the Save and Close button. Okay. We're going to enter some more bills beginning on page 510. So again, as you can see, we're repetitive of doing the normal type of business transactions that you would see for a company. So we're going to enter some more bills. So I'm already on my expenses tab. So I'll click to new transaction and click on bill. So as you see, there's different ways to get into the same screen. So we're on page 510. My vendor is going to be the Ample Store Company. Bill date is going to be March the 12th. Bill number is AS476. The item is going to be the data storage. Oh, no, sorry, wrong section, not the category. I need to go down. Yep, so there we go. It's the product service data storage. Quantity is going to be 22. The total bill amount should equal $330. Go ahead and click on Save and New and record the next bill on page 511. And this will be for the conference call company. So your vendor would be the conference call company. The date would be March the 12th. Okay. The actual product will be the webinars, but for 3 webinars. So the total amount should be $135. And that's going to be our last bill for right now. So we'll click on the Save and Close button. Okay. Next, we're going to do a few more sales invoices, beginning on page 512. So again, plus new, go to my invoice. The first invoice will be for the law offices of Wilson, Gallagher, and Cox. The date would be March the 15th. Invoice number is 1062. The product is going to be the network products. The quantity is going to be 6. Total invoice amount should total $300. I'll click on Save and New, and we'll do one more on page 513. Now we have my favorite customer, Permanente Medical Service. The date would be March 15th. Invoice would be 1063. The product is going to be the webinars. The quantity is going to be 4. After the sales tax, total invoice amount $381.96. So I'm going to click on Save and Close. And that will conclude part 1 of our Chapter 1 video lecture. Get ready for part 2. Bye-bye.